Hey, what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in once again. Happy Wednesday, right? I don't even know what day it is, right? Because when you're a Bitcoiner, who cares what day it is, right? Every day is Friday. So I'm streaming on Facebook up there. So if you see me looking up there, looking at Facebook, streaming on Instagram right here. So if you see me looking over here, I'm on Instagram. And then I got Restream streaming to YouTube and X, aka Twitter. So make sure you guys hit that like, share, subscribe for me. I hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Midweek, time is flying by fast. It's already February. February's already over. It's already February, right? It was just January. Time is flying by. So much love to you guys. God loves you. I love you. Head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get $10 free Bitcoin. Today we're going to look at the Bitcoin price, some TA, and of course we're going to do, look over some tweets. We're going to look at some data, and then today we're going to go over some math, right? We're going to do some basic math for you guys that want to invest, and that way you guys can learn a little something, something. And hopefully this can be helpful for you. If not, it's okay. I'm just here to help those who want to help themselves. And I've been in the space since 2016. So, I kind of know what I'm talking about, guys. What up? What up, everybody on IG? What up? What up? So, I'm going to drop free game for you guys. Head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get $10 free Bitcoin. Sign up and start the DCA. Because if you guys were listening to me back when I told you when it was 3,000, you guys would have made some money. If you guys would have bought some at 15,000 when I told you guys 16,000, 20,000, 25,000, you guys would have made some money. And if you're looking at it the right way and you're looking at it as a long-term savings account, then you're going to be good no matter what, because the fiat currency that we're using is really trash, and we are pricing Bitcoin in a devaluing currency, which is backwards in my opinion. So with that being said, make sure you also head over to or scan this QR code to pre-order my new book, bitcoin-fiatdad.com, or scan that QR code that you see right here. And also, we're throwing a huge party in July, 1 week before the Bitcoin conference. If you don't want to go to the Bitcoin conference, you just want to chill, you don't want to spend a ton of money, at the Bitcoin conference, or you do want to go to the Bitcoin conference, but you want to party as well. A little bit more of an intimate setting, guys. You guys can, join us for the party in July. It's called Bit Exit. Sorry about that. We're going to be doing that every year, and I'll share that link and everything in just a moment. The link is in my bio as well, guys. So if you guys want to come party with us in Orlando, it's going to be pretty dope. There's going to be food, DJs, guest speakers, and it's going to be a much more chill, much more intimate environment. Not a big old conference, and thousands and thousands of people. It's probably going to be max up to 500 people max. So if you guys are interested in that, again, click the link in my bio. But enough with me ranting. Let's jump right into the Bitcoin price, because I think Bitcoin's going to hit 60,000 along with other analysts and TA experts out here. So, disclaimer: if you do not trade, do not trade. If you want to learn how to trade, I highly recommend that you take a baby bag, a little bit of money, and then you trade with the baby bag, and then you have a separate bag where you stack your Bitcoin and chill no matter what the price does, and you just DCA, and you just hold it, right? So you don't want to be doing all this extra stuff with your trading bag. Your trading bag should be a little bag. That way, if you lose it, you're not going to be, SOL, right? So we're jumping right into the Bitcoin price. As you guys know, yesterday, if you follow me on Twitter, I posted about, first we're going to go over this coin, the coin prices real quick, right? So coin started to drop. I was in a long at coin, got clapped up a little bit. I lost like 50% of my position, but I, quickly saw that we're in a downtrend, right? So I went short. I'm still actually in this position now. I should close it soon, but all my phones are being used up right now. So I'll close that later on. But, I drew the fibs from the top to the bottom. And as you can see here, we hit the 618. So that's where I should have taken profits. And that's where, if you do trade, that's a nice location, nice price target area to look for when you see that, it's, starting to reverse. And then you can see also a lot of selling volume here. So make sure you guys are paying attention to, all these things if you are trading. So, look at that. Came down. I'm up 50%. I actually shared again this information on Twitter, said I'm long Bitcoin, short coin, and up 50 plus percent on that position. So if you guys want to make some money, you got to learn TA. Um, it's not about It's not about, being right all the time. It's about the probability of you being right and you being able to risk manage, and so that way you're not, losing too much money if you are wrong, and cutting your losses and making sure that your winners go, your winners run, you cut your losses soon, right? So as you guys know, I use Market Cipher. That link is in the description. It's like $400, but if you guys want a discount code, send me a DM. I'll give you a discount code. I think it takes off. I think it's like $600, or I'm not sure how much it is, to be honest with you. To me, it doesn't matter. But the price can be a little bit expensive if you don't understand the value of it. But I find the value in it because, again, I've been making these calls and showing you guys what I've been doing, all using Market Cipher, and it's been, you can make a lot of money if you use it correctly, and so the price that you pay for it is, it's worth every penny, right? So if you need a discount code, let me know. But as you can see here, green dots, right? The green dots mean, higher green dots on the money flow means good, but as you can see, money on the momentum waves, I'm sorry, but money flow, as you can see, has been coming down, coming down, coming down, and we just crossed into the purple, which means red or sell. So right now we do have a green dot, but VWAP is headed up. So I think we could, head back up, right? I think we hit the 6.18 and then we head back higher. So we shall see how that goes. But Market Cipher is a really great indicator, really great indicators to help you trade better. And as you can see, green money flow, or blue in this case, the price has just been going up, going up, going up. So, great indicator to use. Money flow is red right now. So, if we come back above this level here, which is the 20-day moving average, I'll set an alert here and then I'll close my long. But, we shall see, right? We shall see. Now, on to the Bitcoin price. Here we are using Hakanashi candles on this particular chart. And look at that green dot, as you can see right here. Let me move that up a little bit for you guys. There it is. Green dot right here for you. VWAP's headed up, which is the orange line on this chart. And as you can see, we bounced down here. I actually had this here because I had fibs drawn from the top to the bottom. And this is your 6.18. And I put that there to see how much more it would come down. It's about 1.7%. If you're doing 44x leverage, 36x leverage, you're almost at 2%. So two times, you know, let's just say 30x leverage, that's almost 60% that you could have made if you would have entered up here with the red dot, entered a short here, and then came down. As soon as you saw that green line, or it started wicking crazy like this, right? Green line means support. That would have been, and green dots, guys. That would have been your exit, and you could have made some money, right? I don't like to short Bitcoin in an uptrend anyway because you can get clapped up, guys. So you got to be careful. And again, once you do leverage longs and all that stuff, look at this. Wick up high to 52,000, almost 53,000, and then wicked all the way back down right here to about 50,000. So, almost $3,000 wiping out the longs and wiping out the shorts. So you got to be careful, guys, when you're trading, okay? So as you can see here, we are coming up here. So green dot, guys. Green dot, that means go. I tell you guys all the time. I share this all the time on Twitter. If you're not familiar with watching this on Twitter, hey, Facebook. If you guys are watching on Facebook, head over to YouTube. Hey, Candace. Hey, Big B. Head over to youtube.com/@ Bitcoin Chris and check out the stream there so you can see what I'm seeing on the screen, or head over to twitter.com/Chris Knight 407. All right. So as you can see, the green dot here is going to be headed higher. Our resistance is at 53,000. So, we're looking at another retest of 53,000, and we could go much higher. Let me fix this bull flag that we have here. Shout out to James. Anytime I think about bull flag, I think about James. And he's been talking about these price targets as well. So make sure you guys follow James as well. Price target is 60,000. He also mentioned that there is an inverse head and shoulders as well as other traders as well. So, inverse head and shoulders, that means we gotta, play the cards, right? Play the cards how they're dealt. And the inverse head and shoulders pattern was linking or showing that we're gonna hit 60K. I actually have this bull flag that's already at 60K that I've drawn a long time ago. Let me actually go to the weekly chart, make it a little bit easier. All right, let's see here. I think I did this on the regular candles. Let me go back to regular candles for this. All right, cool. MacBook battery low. Let me plug in my MacBook 1 second. All right, cool. All right. Bear with me here. Computer died. All right. So while the computer is loading up, what we'll do is we'll jump into some math, guys. So the TA will continue in just a few moments, but as of right now, we are going to jump into some math, right? All right, cool. All right, computer's coming back on now. All right, we're back up on the computer. But we're going to jump into math, and we'll look at the TA in just a moment. All right, so what I'll do is I'll start up the second camera. All right, cool. All right, guys. So how you can make money, right? If you trade, you can trade. You can use high leverage, but you be aware that you could lose your money. So again, if you don't trade, don't trade. If you want to learn how to trade, trade with a baby bag, et cetera, et cetera. Target for Bitcoin 60,000. I will get back to TA in just a moment. My computer did cut on, but right now we're going to jump into some math. All right. So just for an example, right now we're targeting for 100,000, right, for Bitcoin, just to be, just to give it safe and easy numbers that's easy to understand, right? So let's go ahead and jump into some math. All right. For an example, let's just say all you got is $1,000 right now. Okay. That's just say all you have is $1,000, right? $1,000 right now that you don't really need to use, but you want to make it grow, right? And you want to do something that's not risky, right? Because you could always jump into an altcoin, right? And you could possibly lose all your money, right? Because altcoins can rug and they will dip, and you could buy the top, and then you could lose your money, then you get scared, and then all that extra stress, right? So this is why I tell you guys about Bitcoin. So it's just stress free, guys. So let's just say you got $1,000, right? We're at 50,000, just to round it up, right, or round it down. We're at $50,000 Bitcoin, right? You have $1,000 that you don't want to just sit there, right? You want to make it grow, right? So if Bitcoin does hit 100,000, which we do think it's going to hit, that's going to double your money, right? But you have to remember there are institutions buying now. There are a ton of corporations buying right now. There are so many people that are interested in looking at Bitcoin that are buying behind the scenes that we don't know about. So you got to keep this in mind that 100,000 is definitely possible, and it's definitely probable that it goes much higher, and just based on math, right? And not including the halving and normal everyday people like us buying, right? So you know you got to keep these numbers in mind, right? So even if you just bought Bitcoin and chilled with $1,000 and it you know it doesn't take much for Bitcoin to move this much, right? So you can turn your $1,000 into $2,000. That's 100% ROI by just holding your Bitcoin, guys. So by you just holding your Bitcoin, right? You don't have to trade. You don't have to. Let me turn this for you guys. Is that a little bit better? Yeah, let me turn this up a little bit more. That better? All right, that looks a little better. There we go. Cool. All right, so you guys do not have to trade. You don't have to worry about all that extra stuff that comes with, you know, the crypto space, right? So you don't have to worry about all that extra stress. You got your job, you're chilling, and maybe you can even DCA more, right? Put more into Bitcoin because I tell you guys to use it as a long-term savings account versus it just sitting in your bank account and actually losing value due to inflation, right? So you have $1,000, Bitcoin goes to 100,000, it's 2,000. Same thing if you had $10,000 going into Bitcoin now, and then we double, then your $10,000 turns to $20,000, guys. So again, it's stress free. You know, it is going to go up and down, and it is volatile. It is going to go up and down, guys. But overall, the trend is up, right? So if the trend is up, you can buy on dips and just hold, guys. If you're holding long term, these ups and these dips should not actually scare you. You should be happy when Bitcoin dips because you have an opportunity to buy more Satoshis. And you should be sad when Bitcoin goes higher because you just lost the opportunity to buy more Satoshis. All right. You have less Satoshis that you can buy with your dollars. So cool. So here we are talking about the ROI, which is return on investment, right? So again, if you had $1,000, you just chilled, you don't want to do anything risky, you just want to put your money in a safe, option. You could do stocks, but stocks, what's the likelihood of S&P doubling from 4,000 to 8,000 or 5,000 to 10,000? It's not likely, right? Because if you guys look at the math and look at the charts, it took S&P 500 about 10 years to double. So Bitcoin doubled from last year to this year, over doubled from last year to this year. So you gotta, you gotta use your critical thinking skills and put your money where it's gonna give you the most ROI. Okay. So this is really dope, especially if you have 10,000. Let's just say you have 20,000, and we double. Bitcoin is gonna make your ten or 20,000 to 40,000. Okay. So everything doubles. That's 100% ROI, and that's a great opportunity cost for your money. You can invest in other vehicles, but again, if you do real estate, you're going to have to worry about contractors. You're going to have to worry about um, you know all the stuff that comes along with it. You're probably not going to make 100% ROI anyway when you're doing a flip. You're probably going to make anywhere between 20 to 30% if you know what you're doing. Maybe more, right? Average is about 20%, if I'm not mistaken. If you're doing a buy and hold property, it's about 10%, especially when you're doing cash flow on a single family property. Probably not the best place to put your money, guys. And stocks again. I wouldn't recommend buying stocks as well because again, if I know Bitcoin's going to outperform everything else, why would I put my money into something that's not going to perform as well? So let's just say Bitcoin goes higher. We hit 150,000. All right. Now you tripled your money. And again, you think it might not hit these numbers, but I'm telling you, based on math and what's going on, it's very probable that Bitcoin not only hits these numbers, but exceeds these numbers, right? So 50,000, 100,000, 150,000, right? So you get in now at 50,000, we double your ROI, doubles, right? Your return on investment is 100%, right? And then if we double again, 50 to 100, then 100 to 150, that is another 100%. So that's 300% ROI. So again, your 10,000, if it doubles, 20,000. 10,000 if it triples, 30,000. You are not trading. You are not doing anything other than putting your Bitcoin, putting your money into the best asset on earth, right? That's outperformed everything on earth, right? And you're just chilling. You stack your Bitcoin and chill. So your 10,000 can turn to 30,000, and that way you have more money. and it's going to continue to grow versus, your stock portfolio versus your real estate portfolio. And you trying to flip it that way, or even worse, right? Because a lot of people don't even invest, right? So I want to make this video to make sure I encourage you guys to invest, guys, because once you invest, you're going to be able to 50K, 100K, 150K. That's right. I'm trying to tell you guys, and I've been telling you, you guys can go down the timeline, guys. Go down the timeline on IG, go down the timeline on Facebook, go down the timeline on Twitter, right? I've been telling you guys, to put just a little bit of money into Bitcoin, right? And then once you see it start to grow, then you'll have conviction, and maybe you'll get Bitcoin tatted on your face, right? Like I did, right? I'm just kidding. You guys are gonna get it. you guys are, you guys are gonna do that. I'm crazy, right? I got Bitcoin tatted, right? All right, cool. So if Bitcoin's 150K, you put 10K in now, you triple your money, right? And of course, again, you could invest it into other assets and other areas, but if you just want to chill, you don't want to gotta worry about, all this extra stuff, all these extra headaches. And I highly recommend you just, focus on Bitcoin and just chill, right? And that's why I always tell you guys, go to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin. Chris, get your $10 free Bitcoin. Start to automatically DCA, guys. You have a savings account. Your money's sitting in a savings account right now. It's losing value because of inflation, and the money printer will be coming soon. And you think life is expensive now, right? Wait until they turn on the printer again. In about 3 to 4 more years, life is going to be even more expensive. There's already a lot of people complaining on TikTok, already complaining on IG, and complaining everywhere, especially on Twitter, about the cost of living, about the cost of food. I just went to Chipotle the other day. Two bowls at Chipotle is $30 now. Life is going. Life is going to continue to get more expensive because of the money and what they do to the money and how they devalue our money, guys. So this will help you to fight inflation, to beat inflation, and to get you guys out of this rat race, guys. Because as long as you're in the system of fiat, which is the U.S. dollar, you're always going to be working harder and harder to get to the same place that you currently are, right? And I use this example all the time, right? With real estate, for an example, right? Our parents could buy a house for 50,000 to 100,000, and that same house today is worth 300,000 or more, right? How is it that that same property is worth more in value? It's not worth more. It's the same wood. It's the same house. It's actually probably depreciation on those, on the wood and on the house. Probably needs updates, right? All that good stuff. So it's actually deteriorating, right? So if it's deteriorating and depreciation, how is it worth more over the span of, our parents are what, 50, 60, 40, 50, 60s, 70s? I don't know how old your parents are, right? But they're older than us, and they grew up in a time where the dollar was much stronger, right? So the reason why real estate costs so much more, it's not because it costs so much more. It's because the value of your dollar has been diminishing because they have to continue to print money, right? Because that's just the system that we live in, right? It steals from us through inflation, guys. Slowly but surely, it steals from us, right? And if you've been through the 2008 crisis, then you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Because again, they had to print, they bailed out the banks. A lot of people lost their homes. Nobody went to jail. The bankers didn't go to jail. They bet on, those people that they gave the loans to, right? They knew the people couldn't afford those loans. They still gave them loans, and they bet that they would foreclose on those loans. And they made a lot of money, those banks did. And we still bank with those banks to this day. They got a little fine, and, the cycle continues. So you got to opt out of the system, guys. There's no point of you complaining on IG. There's no point of you complaining on Facebook, TikTok. Stop complaining. You're actually feeding. You're actually feeding into the system, guys. The only way to get out of the system is to opt out, and you opt out with Bitcoin, guys. So opt out, and that's the whole theme of the Bitcoin party, right? It's to opt out, bit exit. We're going to exit out of the system by simply taking the crappy dollars that they give us and that we work so hard for and put it into something that's a lot more stable, a lot more valuable. So we did some math here, right? Again, 1,000, 100% is 2,000. Bitcoin goes up 3 times, 3,000. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, right? And if you got, big bread, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, right? Versus, again, you just sitting in the bank account, making nothing, actually losing value, versus you putting it in real estate, which you could unless you're buying a, apartment complex, and even then, you can have an infinite return with an apartment complex because of the cash flow. That's a little bit higher level skills that most people don't, you know, the average person is not too savvy and don't understand cash flow and don't understand cost segregation and all the tax incentives that comes with that. And also, a lot of people don't have the capital. You need to put down 20% of a million. That's 200,000. I teach you guys how to get 200,000. I teach you guys how to get that money right by fixing your credit and using the bank's money, right? But that's for people that are on a different level, right? So real estate for the normal average person, again, it's about 10 to 20%, depending on the property, and all that good stuff. And then stocks, you got your stock portfolio. The average is what, 10%, 7%. S&P does 5 to 7% a year. Come on, guys. Inflation is much higher than that. You got to put your money to work where it's going to make you the most money, right? So we just had to do some math here today. We didn't even go into, supply and demand with Bitcoin. We didn't even go into, again, how much the ETFs are buying, right? I'm sure you guys have heard about BlackRock and all these companies buying Bitcoin now, and it's a big deal. If you don't know, it's okay. You'll find out in a few months, right? ETFs, BlackRock, some of the largest companies on the planet are buying Bitcoin. Why do you think they're buying Bitcoin, guys? They're not buying Dogecoin, guys. They're not buying Dogecoin for a reason, guys. All right. So miss me with the Dogecoin. They don't have XRP. They're not buying XRP. So all you XRP heads out there that haven't done your due diligence and think that XRP is it, it's not it. Okay. Hate to bust your bubble, but you'll learn one day, right? You're gonna have to learn like everybody else learns. And if you have to lose your money to do so, hey, some people got to learn by getting burned. All right. So it's all good. It's all good. All right, back to the TA. All right, so my target has already been 60,000. It's been here for a while, but there's inverse head and shoulders. There's a bull flag. So all these bullish patterns are leading to much higher Bitcoin prices, and we're gonna be there eventually. You just have to chill, and then once we break, I think once we break highs, it's go time at that point, and we're gonna continue to head higher. So I want you guys to remember these things. I've been telling you guys for a long time. I know it gets pretty I know it probably gets annoying for you guys, right? For you guys to hear me say the same things over and over again. But repetition is key. And how do you think it makes me feel, guys? Knowing that you guys could have made 100% of your money if you just bought Bitcoin last year when I told you to, over 100% of your money, when I told you guys to buy Bitcoin last year and you didn't, right? Because I'm only doing this to help you. Me telling you to buy Bitcoin does not help me, right? It doesn't help me at all. It helps you. And I want to help you because I understand that, you guys are my brothers and sisters. And, at the end of the day, I want you guys to be successful and I want you guys to make money too, right? I mean, what's the point of me just making all this money, right? And and I want to make sure you guys, make some money, guys, and take care of your family and live life how you're supposed to. We're not supposed to be out here, slaving, right? If you know better, you do better. So I hope you guys do better. All right, so let's go to the tweets here. All right. I'll be prayed up, guys. So I'm gonna read this real quick. I declare Ephesians 3:20 over my life. God will do exceedingly abundantly above all that I ask for or think because I honor him. His blessings will chase me down and overtake me. I will be in the right place at the right time, and people will go out of their way to be good to me. I'm surrounded by God's favor. This is my declaration in Jesus' name. I say and pray for you guys as well. Amen. All right. All right. Let's continue. All right. If you're watching on Facebook or IG, head over to uh, youtube.com/@ Bitcoin Chris or twitter.com / Chris 9407. All right. So if you're watching on IG or if you're watching anywhere, right, hit that like button for me and hit that share button if you can, please. All right. I've been telling you guys to fix your credit. Here's another reason why, as I just mentioned with real estate. Let me close that real estate and this. Let me close that out. All right, cool. I've been telling you guys to fix your credit. Why? Once you fix your credit, you are able to, instead of saving your money for a long period of time, to try to save your way to 20,000 or $100,000 to start your business, to invest in Bitcoin, or to, do whatever it is that you want to do, right? Trade or whatever it is that you want to do, right? Instead of you taking the hard way, we have to start doing things the smart way, right? And how do you guys do that? By, cutting that time in half. And all you have to do is fix your credit, set up an entity the right way, and then you can go to the bank and they will literally hand you, if your credit's good, right? If you meet the criteria, they will literally give you credit cards, 0% interest. This is a business line of credit, by the way. You have to be in business for 2 years to get this, but you can still get money from the banks, right? Anywhere between $20,000 to $100,000 on business credit cards to invest in your business, right? Or to start your business or to scale your business. So, this isn't anything new. Just because you haven't heard about it or you don't believe it's true, doesn't mean it's not true. I've been doing this for some time now, so it is true. I have a bunch of credit cards. If you want, I can go grab them, but I've already showed you guys that. So I digress. Business line of credit. This is $40,000. This is a business line of credit which you have access to. And again, if you're doing real estate, why would you use your hard-earned money, right? When you can just use the bank's money. You're gonna buy Bitcoin, right? You can buy Bitcoin, right? And depending on your interest rate, if you think Bitcoin is gonna go, let's just say you get a 10% interest rate, which is not what we get, right? We get 0% interest for 12 to 24 months on business credit cards. So if Bitcoin goes up, let's just use the maximum, right? Let's say Bitcoin goes up 300%, which is not out of this world, right? It's very doable. You borrowed 40,000 for an example at 0% interest. You bought Bitcoin at 50,000. Bitcoin goes up 3x. Your 40,000 now becomes 40, 80, 120. You pay back 40. Now you made 80. You made 80,000, right? By using the bank's money. As an example, that's risky. It's something that I've done personally, and it's all do that. Just explaining what I have done in the past, right? And you can make a lot of money, right? And then pay back the credit card or cycle it, right, with a different card and extend that time out for another 12 to 18 months, or even some cards give you 24 months. So again, this is a way for you guys to make money and, without using your own money. And here is some of that documentation or proof, right? I went over this in a video here on IG, or on Twitter and on YouTube. So make sure you guys go check that out. All right. The great thing is that not only am I telling, so I don't tell you guys to do something and then I don't do it, or I haven't done it, or I don't provide a solution for you guys. I give you guys my free do-it-yourself ebook. So if you want that, send me a DM. Not only that, if you guys don't want to do it yourself, you can hire us to help you fix your credit. But if you need to make money, then the best way, in my opinion, is to fix your credit and use the bank's money to make money, guys. All right. So that's that. I do have my mentorship starting back up. So I will start that back in March. And if you guys want to learn how to fix your credit yourself, start a credit repair business, learn how to get funding for other people and to make money, I can help you guys do that. How to live off your credit cards, right? All the fees and all the points that you can get, without all the fees and all that stuff. So, there's lots of ways to use your credit cards that we weren't taught that I will teach you. How to liquidate your cards, how to use it, how to get the money off the cards so you can flip, a property or buy some Bitcoin. There's lots of things and strategies that I know how to do. And if you want to learn these things, you guys can join my mentorship. I've taken $1,000 off the mentorship program. So that link is in my IG stories, or you can head over here and join. All right, 10 slots. And that will be in the second week of March that will start. Okay. Here's another card that gives you 0% interest for 12 months. Right? Free money for 1 full year. All right, another great tweet here by Oliver. Shout out to Oliver. I love Oliver. I love my Bitcoiner friends. All right. She is, so I don't know how to say this woman's name. Mrs. James, or Miss James, says she's prepared to seize Trump buildings if he can't pay his $354 million civil fraud fine, right? So this goes back to what we tell you guys, as far as you can only own Bitcoin. Everything else in your life you do not own, right? If you do not pay taxes on your property, they're taking your property. If you don't upgrade, which I need to do my tag on my car, right? If you don't pay that tag on your car, they're taking your car, right? They're going to impound your car, right? You don't pay taxes on anything, right? Not, it's not yours, right? If they can take it from you, you don't own it. In Bitcoin, they literally cannot take it from you unless you give it to them, right? You have 12 to 24 words that you are able to keep to yourself, right? And then you own your coins. No keys, no cheese. Shout out to Bitcoin Zay. All right, so you don't own freedom if they can take it from you, guys. If you, it just because you don't pay a fine or just because you don't pay your taxes, because taxes is a scam, 401ks are scams. A lot of the money that we use is a scam. School is a scam. College is a scam. Everything in our society is a scam, whether you want to admit it or know it or not. It is a scam, right? It's a scam. Okay, unless you're going to be a doctor or engineer, not a scam, right? Because we need engineers, we need doctors, right? We need people that do, you know, contract work. We need people that do the plumbing, right? We need people that are mechanics, right? So if you're learning a skill, right, and you're going for a trade or you're going for, you know, again, engineer, doctor, then that's not a scam, right? Because you're actually learning something that you could, utilize. But if you're going to school for business to learn from a business, you're going to school for business, right? To learn from somebody that never owned a business. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. You're going to school to pay an exorbitant amount of fees and interest, and you might not even get the job or a job or career in the field that you're looking for. And we all know this all too well. As a millennial, I don't need to go on. I digress. Again, you don't own anything except for Bitcoin. So I digress. Rest in peace, MJ. If you guys have been trying to contact me, I just got new phones, right? Just got two new phones. I've had my iPhone X for like 5 years. I had the iPhone X. I should tell you how long I had it. I've had that phone for a long time, and it was broken. It dropped it. It's been broken. I didn't even want to be on my phone, right? After not being on my phone for a while, it was kind of good to not be on my phone. I was always, online, very, very active on social media. And, sometimes having a break is good. It's good to have balance. But guess what, guys? Now I'm back and I have new iPhone 15s. Got two of them. One for my business phone, one for my personal phone. So if you've been trying to contact me, you have to get a hold of me. I apologize. I haven't been ignoring you unless you've been texting me on my business phone. And even then, my business phone was acting up with iCloud and all that good stuff. But now we're back, okay? All right. More tweets before we jump into Coin Glass. Look at that, 50%. I was just telling you guys about that as well. I said the short coin yesterday and made 50% of my money just by shorting coin, 8x, right? 8x leverage. We buy dips and all-time highs. Yes, of course. Dips are for buying, not for crying. Yes, of course. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Red dot 4 hour. I said we can come down to here, right? 1.7. I showed you guys this already. Let me go in. Let me go in a little bit. 2 hour. We got that green dot, guys. I think we're gonna go higher. All right, you see this 1.7 right here? 1.7? 1.7. So, okay, so that's all I gotta say. IG died. Too much sauce, too much heat. IG died. Okay. All right. So back to Twitter. Let's scroll down. We're gonna go to CoinGlass real quick. Somebody got clapped for $9 million trying to short Bitcoin or long Bitcoin, late longs. All right, and all-time highs for Lebanese pound and Bitcoin. So if you guys live in Lebanon, which I'm pretty sure none of you guys do, but if you did, if you would have held Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin in your currency, which is fiat, has gone up 130x in 5 years. That's 130x in 5 years. That means your currency has gone down 130x in 5 years compared to Bitcoin. Same thing is happening to the US dollar, guys. It's just taking longer because we're closer to the money printer and we're privileged. So buy some Bitcoin and chill. Not going to jump too much into that anymore. Same thing with all-time high in Japanese yen. And let's see here. We got Facebook memories. Oh, it feels so good to see these Facebook memories. You know, Bitcoin back to $6,000 on my face. That's why I tell you guys, go look up and down my timeline. This is not anything new, right? To you, it may be new, but to me, I've been telling you guys, right? So imagine if you would have bought 1,000. Let's just do some more math, man. Where my pen at? Where my pen at? Where my pen at? Oh, right here. We're gonna do purple this time. We're gonna do purple this time. Let me go back to the board. All right, we're gonna do some math. And let me just okay. So y'all see $6,000, right? All right, so 6K. Let me take this off. Right. All right, so 6K. Let's do some math here. We got $6,000 Bitcoin, right? And we're not even gonna say if you bought $6,000 worth, right? Because we're not even gonna do that, even though we should, because we're not gonna do that though. All right, we're gonna do where my calculator at? All right, cool. We're gonna do 6,000 divided by 50,000, or 50,000 divided by 6,000. 8 times. Okay. You could have, so 2019 to 2024, what's with that? 5 years. All right. And Bitcoin went, Bitcoin's been up and down, up and down, up and down, of course. However, if you would have made, all right, so start over. Bitcoin was 6,000 in May of 2019. Let's just say you only bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. If you would have bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin in 2019 and held on to it, you would have ate extra money, because 8.33 to be exact, right? You would have ate extra money. Your $1,000 would have turned to $8,000, right? Because Bitcoin has gone up from 6,000 to 50,000, right? So instead of you having that same $1,000, like I was saying earlier, sitting in your bank account in fiat, losing value, yeah, it would have still been $1,000, but your purchasing power has gone down. So you wouldn't have been able to buy as much as you would have been able to buy back then, right? And even if you bought a real estate property, your real estate property did not go up 8x. It went, so properties went up a lot now, but it didn't go up 8x, right? And a stock, I don't know what stock besides Tesla that's been running like that. And there's so many different stocks, right? And that's why I say, just to keep things simple, guys, just buy Bitcoin. Like, I don't got time to be looking at stocks and, oh, I don't got time for that, right? Maybe you got time for that. I don't got time for that. I don't want to be looking at stocks. I hate stocks. Stocks are for the boomers, right? That's for the boomers make money in stocks because they had it. That was for them to make money. They had the opportunity to do so. They had money to do so. They put in the work. Woo, woo, woo. Good for you. It's now the millennials' turn, and our turn is the digital age, and the digital age is Bitcoin, right? So now, instead of you putting that $1,000 into a bank account, stocks or real estate, if you would have just bought Bitcoin back in 2019 when I told you, not told you, I didn't tell you guys to do anything. You guys do whatever you want. I'm just here to share the knowledge, right? And hopefully you guys can pick up on game, right? Hopefully you guys can do the math and benefit from the information that I'm telling you guys. All right. So here we are. $6,000 Bitcoin, $50,000 today, 8 extra money, 1,000 into 8,000, 10,000 into 80,000, 100,000 into 800,000. Yes, again, we do have ups and downs. We do have ups and downs. We do have volatility. Life is volatile. You have ups and downs in life. You go through things in life. Stocks go up and down, right? As well. So why is it when Bitcoin goes up and down, everybody wants to cry, right? If you can't handle Bitcoin when it dips, then you don't deserve Bitcoin when it rips. Okay? Anyways, I digress. Don't keep your money in fiat or real estate or stocks when there's a asset that outperforms these with no headache, right? And less stress, no headache. 8x in 5 years, 6 years. Okay, it's better than your 401k. That's for sure. It's better than your real estate. That's for sure. Unless you're trying to get again cash flow, right? But that's for your savvy investor. If you know, you know. If you don't know, now you know. All right. So okay, let me digress. Back at 6K. Back to 6K. That means it was under 6K, which it was. All right. So let's continue. Let me back out of here. If you're watching on IG or Facebook, well, IG's dead because my phone has died. If you're watching on Facebook, head over to twitter.com/Chris Knight 407, or you can head over to youtube.com/Bitcoin Chris, @Bitcoin Chris. I'm not sure why my IG died, but my phone didn't die. It just popped out. All right. When you drop in this heat, the phone start acting crazy. XPX red dot. I have to recheck that. I drew the fibs for you guys. I'll be giving y'all the game. All right, we're gonna check out Bid Exit, right? Bid Exit. Get ready for the epic weekend. This is in July 19th, July 20th. If you guys want to come party, guys. You buy the VIP ticket. It's for the first 10 guests. I think it's about 10. Yeah, 10 guests get to stay at the Airbnb. We have DJs. We got food. We got games that we're going to be playing. You can win up to 2 million Satoshis. Plus, we got winners for the bowling. We got winners that are going to win money for cornhole. We got winners for the steak off. We're going to have a cook off where people cook steak. Whoever's going to make the best steak, you're going to win $500. You're going to win $500 to win cornhole, and you're going to win $500 for the bowling. So, that's all in the budget. And, again, it's just something to have fun, guys. It's really just to have fun. And then we have Bitcoin Zay coming out to speak as well. We got Camilla, pardon me. We have Camilla coming out as well. I'm going to be speaking as well. We got DJ Candyland coming out. We got some more special guests being announced, but it's still early and we're just trying to prepare and get this thing rocking and rolling. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, hit that like button, please. And be spanked the algorithm. I be getting shadow banned. I get shadow banned because I talk about money, right? And they don't want you to know about the stuff that I teach you guys. They want you to stay poor. And I teach you these things, and if you ignore it, then you deserve to have fun staying poor, right? You're not really gonna have fun, but you're gonna be poor, right? Because if you don't do better, you will not. You have to change your mindset, guys. And we say that with tongue in cheek, right? We say that to be facetious and to have you thinking, right? Why would somebody tell somebody to have fun staying poor? It's a joke, right? It's a joke in the Bitcoin space. If you don't know, now you know. But you will be poor because of what I just told you guys. Inflation, because your money is losing value. And if you don't keep up with inflation, at least at the bare minimum, you're going to be struggling. And if you want to beat inflation, right, then you invest in the best asset that ever was created, which is Bitcoin, guys. Based on math. Do the math. Do the math. All right. Bitcoin bid exit party, as I've already mentioned. And I think this is going to be the end of the tweets because what's today? 21. Okay. Go back just a little bit more. I said I was going to be more toxic, but I've actually chilled back on the toxicity. So this is a great example. This is a great example of no keys, no cheese, guys. Tiffany Fong put over $200,000 into Celsius to earn 1% or 2%. I don't even remember the percentage, right? It's a baby percent, right? And I have funds on Celsius too, but it wasn't to earn. It was to borrow against my Bitcoin. It was only a baby bag of Bitcoin. So, I knew the risk of doing that. But I would never put $200,000 worth of Bitcoin on an exchange or a platform that, you know, you just can't do these things, guys. So she pretty much she didn't lose all her money, but she lost a lot of her money, right? She put $200,000 on Celsius, and she's only getting, you know, a fraction of that back. This is why we say no keys, no cheese. Make sure you don't give anybody your Bitcoin. I'm not going to DM you and ask you to send me money. And there's a lot of scammers out there, and especially since Bitcoin is going to be going back up, and since I'm going to be back on social media, being active again, there's going to be a lot of people imitating me, guys. So please make sure that I only have one account. I only have one Twitter. I only have one IG, and I'm not going to DM you for you to join my program or to make some money for you. You're going to have to click the link in the bio or send me a DM, and you know at that point we can talk. But I'm not going to send you a DM asking you to trade for you or for you to send me money. All right, there's plenty of scammers out there. Please be aware. Please be aware. And I think that's it, right? All right, let's jump into Coin Glass. Let's jump into Coin Glass and let's jump into the website for our party. Party, party, party. All right, again, this link is in the bio, guys. Go to the link in the bio and get your tickets now. No matter what package you get, whether you get the VIP or the standard, you're going to have free food the entire stay. Um, and then if you did the upgraded version, then you get alcohol included. And again, if you want to stay, it's for the first 10 people. You can stay at the Airbnb, so you don't have to worry about accommodation, and everything else will be paid for as well, such as the bowling alley, and the steak is paid for as well. If you guys want to do the steak off and you get at regular admission, then you have to get your own. You have to pay for the steak, okay? Because we're getting filet mignon, and if you want to, show off your skills, then get the VIP. We cover the steak. If you want to do it on your own, you got to get your own steak. You want to get GA, general admission. All right, cool. Coin Glass, let's jump into liquidations, and then we'll wrap it up. 24 hours. Let's see what's going on. Ethereum is the most liquidated asset. Bitcoin is 42 million. 22 million longs, 20 million short. Total 42 million. Ethereum, 55 million longs. Wow. In the past 24 hours, 75,000 trades were liquidated. Total liquidations come to 200 million. Single largest liquidation happened on BitMEX Ethereum, valued at 4 million in the last 24 hours. Let's look at the last 12 hours. Ethereum is the highest. Ethereum is the highest on the 4 hour as well. Shorts got clapped, 6 million total. Shorts is 3 million in the last 4 hours and 1 hour. Long still getting clapped even in the last hour. 2 million. 950,000 short and 1 million, 1.5 million longs. Ethereum as well, 1 million. And it's longs getting clapped. Too many bears, too many bulls right now. Let's look at the liquidation maps. We'll look at the maps and then the heat map, and then we're done with the data. And we'll actually look at the Bitcoin on exchanges. I've been seeing some data on that, and I went over that in a previous spaces the other day. We have $4.2 billion in long liquidations at 58,000, and then we have 5.9 billion at $45,000 Bitcoin. Okay, we shall see. We shall see. All right, so let's jump into the heat map real quick, so you can see that visually on this chart here. So let me go here, and then we go to symbol, and let's go to 30 days. All right, looks like we have 50,000. We have 6 billion down below, and we got 9 billion at 52,000. 9 billion. That's crazy. All right, and some more pain. Max pain is going to be higher, so I think we go higher. And this is how I look at the data, and that's how I try to gauge trading, and then I try to make the best decision based on the data that I have. Look at the hour real quick. Get out. Looks like we could be coming back down. Retest the low, 50,600, and then head higher. But I think we again, we could come down to 50,000, smack up those longs before headed higher. So what I'll do is I'll put a alert here at 50,000, and that way, once it hits that level, I'm aware, and then I could gauge on if we're going lower, higher, and then I think we head higher. So maybe we do something like this, boom, and then head higher. All right, so be careful if you're trading. Heat map done. Bit exit party. Come on out. SwanBitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. You guys can wire as much money as you want, right? You can wire up to $10 million and get $10 for $10 free Bitcoin. Stack up your automatic DCA, automatic recurring buys. They have free withdrawals. They have tons of education. And I've been with Swan since 2020, right? 2020, 2021. So Swan is an excellent company. And they have an app too, so download the app. All right. And last but not least, Bitcoin Dad, fiatdad.com, or again, scan this QR code right here. All right, scan that QR code, and you guys can pre-order my new book where I go over how to become a Bitcoin dad if you are a fiat dad. And, my POV, breaking down Bitcoin in an easy to understand way. And I also teach you guys how to get money from the banks, right, with business credit in that, and also teach you how to earn Bitcoin as well. So make sure you guys go support and pre-order. Once you pre-order, you'll get an email from us. So, and if you did not get an email, send us an email, and we will get back in touch with you. You'll be on the waiting list once you purchase anyway, because we'll have your information. Okay, so make sure you guys go pre-order my new book. And with that being said, I think that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Bitcoin is headed to 60K. That line, my bull flag has been, my pole from the bull flag has been there for a while. So this is nothing new. Just waiting for us to pop out and head there, right? So that's been there. So we shall see. We shall see. What's crazy is this. If we get a green dot right here, that'd be crazy. Boom. That's really go time. So I'm waiting for that green dot. I like the 2 hour, I like the 4 hour. And daily is excellent as well. So with that being said, let me get back over here to you guys. All right, let me say congratulations if you already bought Bitcoin and chill. If you bought some Bitcoin and chilled, if not, it's a-okay. And you know, you can still buy Bitcoin now. It's never too late. And I hope you guys learned something here today. And I hope you guys stack some Bitcoin and chill. And I hope you guys fix your credit. And if you need help with any of these things, click the link in the bio. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bitcoin Chris checking out. Much love. God loves you. I love you. And we'll see you next time. Bitcoin Chris checking out. Peace.